Mind racing, I'm crazy, I'm just a psycho. No telling how far I'll go, so they better lie low. Mind racing, I'm crazy, I'm just a psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah. Psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm litty, they numbers do not match the standards. So I'm from a gritty on China's. T'Challa, I'm really a panther. I don't want your pity, I'm ready, let's get it. I'm about to make this shit an anthem. Let me for the body like, let's go. You lanes really get me upset though. T-Rex such a nigga with snatch, yo. I want other smoke like petrol. Gas to the mass on day, whoa. Bad shit get thrashed on set, bro. Psycho, they call me your idol. Won't want you to die slow, I'ma answer to the bio. Tell her how far I'll go, so they better lie low. Mind racing, I'm crazy, I'm just a psycho. No tell her how far I'll go, so they better lie low. Mind racing, I'm crazy, I'm just a psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah. Psycho. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Waste your time, lingering, pondering, save your space and wine. You are not a tree, just move if you don't like where you are, where you are, where you are. Every time I think about all the things I live without, motivates me, it's a do or die. Fear, no fear, it's worth a try.
I lost people over pet. I don't regret it, and every time I think about it, all the time my heart forgives. I have given everything, but it's not enough. Fear, no fear, my heart can't stop. 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 You a meaning to erase your every morning. Just open up your eyes and you'll see that there's a meaning to the love-hate relationship. To the haters that wants that great. I can't hide from my fears no more. I can't hide from my fears no more. I lost people over petty shit. Every time I think about it, all the time my heart forgives. Giving everything, but it's not enough.
Kiss your words away, do not waste your time. Lingering, pondering, save your space and wine. You are not a tree, just move if you don't like where you are, where you are, where you are. Every time I think about all the things I live without, motivates me, it's a do or die. Fear, no fear, it's worth a try.
I lost people over pet. I don't regret it, and every time I think about it, all the time my heart forgives. I have given everything, but it's not enough. Fear, no fear, my heart can't stop. No fear, my heart can't stop. No fear, my heart can't stop. No fear, my heart can't stop.
You were like a ransom note. If I give in, will you come home? I put everything I'd had into getting you back. I was only 17, and you were the air I breathed. I walked across a burning bridge for you, for you. Those roads we walked, I'll know forever. Those times we talked, I still remember. Is it not enough that I paid with my heart once, twice? If I'm blind to who you are, which of us was behind bars? Were you worth the price I paid? Your ransom. I tried to find a way to justify missing the signs I knew. My hands were tied the moment we met, and there was more to you. You were only 17, and I was your sick release. A hostage on a silver plate to you, to you. Those roads we walked, I'll know forever. Those times we talked, I still remember. Is it not enough that I paid with my heart once, twice? If I'm blind to who you are, which of us was behind bars? Is it not enough that I barely got out with my life? I still carry every scar.
Maybe I was looking for a lifeline, someone to hold on to, something I thought was truth, so tell the truth. But I can't let you go, and maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along. Maybe I was wrong for the first time, and maybe this was all just in my mind. We'll rise and fall and start again. God knows when we'll reach the end, and every single thing might fall apart. But I can't let you go, and maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go.
So many memories. You're lost in reveries. Don't you worry, my brother. I know you would rather fly with me, stay with me. This I guarantee. Oh, we could reach a star far away, take a break and run today from the troubles in our minds. We foresee the signs, and we will learn how to shine again. You don't have to bear this weight alone. I promise you I'm here for you to guide you through the storm.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mortal Kombat Arena Clash. We are here in the third season. It is now spring, and we have a wide array of talent ready to destroy each other and really just obliterate each other in great Mortal Kombat fashion as to be expected. I am Falcon.
I am History Behind the Warrior.
And Mr. History Behind the Warrior, what do you think about the Arena Clash so far over the last 2 seasons? The amount of grueling activity that has taken place and the bloodshed that has gone under.
Well, it's been fantastic. Season 1 was a great opportunity to honestly put eyes on UK talent across the board. And of course, we had Season 2, which was my first season here casting. And honestly, I feel like from that season alone, I got to see what was going on behind the lines, players and the passion behind them.
Yeah.
And, the talent from some individuals who unfortunately might not be in that position usually really kind of given some form of exposure. Because there are some talented people, especially with what we have going on this season. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. And it's honestly just a great competitive format to be a part of as well. Because Now, we have some new faces as well coming into these teams. But, as you can see, the returning two-time champions, the London Lionhearts, sitting at the top of Group 1A. But the Tyneside Guardians are another team that we wanted to talk about because they have the introduction of a new player, Mr. Zatara, who's a very strong player.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Of course, if some of you didn't know, Nugi, in fact, had a tournament over the weekend, and it was actually my first exposure to Zatara as a player. Fantastic, fantastic stuff.
Yeah, and over in 1B at the top of that group right now, sitting right up there is the Clyde Claymores, who have also got a new face with the Euphemism, who were also finalists in the previous season. But we do have a lot of returning teams over here as well. You know, shoutouts to teams such as the Cardiff Saints and the Portsmouth Pirates making it back. Everyone's hungry, and everyone is looking to make it into the finals this season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly really, really excited. Because, like, although there aren't as many teams this season, it means there's more talent spread across the board, and, you know, the level of play has gone up because of it. Yeah,
for sure. Now, with these two teams that we have playing tonight, we have returning faces Manchester Swarm, who made it very far in the last season. We have returning player Thamada, Equinox as well, who's making it back. But we have a new face, and a face that we are very familiar with, Mystic, who is an exceptional player. But the Stratford Spartans as well are definitely the wild card because we haven't really seen much of them. You know, we haven't really seen much competitively. The names aren't too familiar, and that makes them very enigmatic, which makes it very exciting for all of us to watch because we have no idea what to expect.
They are truly the wild card in that sense because, you know, there's a lot of talent that's really come out of the UK scene since, like, MK11 came up. So I'm intrigued to see what these players can bring to the table that we otherwise hadn't seen before.
That is true. Now, to kick things off this evening, we are going to have Thamada versus Dolly. We're going to go straight into that over here. That beautiful tournament stage that NetherRealm designed so well, and Thamada on his patented Frost pick.
But ooh, looks like we're going to see some katana action here. Now, this is a character that's been a rather hot-talking debate in the queue. What a way to start it off as well. Ooh, I'm thoroughly impressed right now.
Now, this is a character, yeah, as you were saying, has had a lot of discussion happen about her recently. And Highborn is definitely one of those variations that we hear a lot of, very mixed opinions, but I think it's safe to say the general consensus is that Highborn is a very strong variation.
No, absolutely, for sure. But the thing is, you also have to keep in mind that this is Famata he's playing against here. Someone who's experienced in the FGC, very well known, very established. So, you know, it may be an uphill battle, especially against, I wouldn't say someone's a veteran series, but someone who's experienced in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that is for sure. You can tell by the level of composure. That was a great block on the overhead, not falling for that a second time, but gets checked by a low poke. Good block on the overhead.
Grab is going to take the corner.
Now, what can Thamada establish over here in the corner? Using that 2-2 for the plus frames, and then the back 1-2 to catch the disrespectful buttons being thrown out. Oh, good challenge. Not falling for any of those gimmicks.
Yeah, there's no need to, man. Like, Famata's playing it simple, he's playing it safe, choosing when to bite and when to land his hits, and it's working, man. Oh, drops the combo, unfortunately.
It was looking so great for him, wasn't it? Where it was the KB on the counter, but he just couldn't get the combo, unfortunately. But Dolly not out of this yet.
Yeah, I mean, you also got to keep in mind, though, that's quite a life lead that Famata has right now. He can play the full screen game, he can toy with it. It's ultimately up to his opponent to determine how they want to get in, how patient are they going to be. Ooh. It's clipped. Remember, Fatal Blow was in play.
Oh, and that's going to close it out. That back 4-3 being amplified, going to tickle on the last bit of damage, and Thamada going to take game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I wouldn't say it was very much so convincing, but it's just like, Famata was able to get the ball rolling, and it was just really, when he gets rolling, it's hard to stop it.
Yeah, that is definitely true. And, you know, with Katana versus Frost, like, the matchup itself seems a little, like, strange in the sense that, I think Highborn Katana doesn't necessarily need to zone. You know, she has options to get in against zoning options as well with the Belina teleport. But Frost is one of those characters that kind of doesn't. She can play a very versatile playstyle, you know, and the way that Thamada plays Frost is a very nice hybrid of playing a very keep away style and a very pressure heavy style. You know, establishing the 2-2 for the +5, and then using the back 1-2 to blow you up if you're disrespecting, but basically just to keep it his turn. And really, it just comes down to the composure as a player, but I do not think that Dolly is out of this, and I definitely would like to see more.
Yeah, you also need to keep into mind as well, as Dali was playing, Fumata was getting more and more comfortable in his stride, and you know that when a player can start throwing out standing ones and anti-airing you and comboing you for that. So if Dali is able to probably keep his feet on the ground a little more, get some more confidence with how he should approach the matchup, and possibly even be a bit more patient, could work in his favor.
I'm actually a huge fan of the red katana. I think it looks super cool. But, yeah.
Nice dive bomb.
The dive bomb is definitely one of the most top tilting moves in the game to be on the receiving end of.
Oh yeah, it's a move that Fumata's honestly, like, he's thrown it out so much. Oh, activates the core. It's gonna be...
Caught with the last
looking
hit.
for it.
That
He's
up two
looking
got
for it.
stuffed.
Oh, no. Doesn't get a hit there, but that was very clean off Fumata. Adjustments have been made from Fumata. And
That's true.
Dali.
Now, I would definitely like to see... Oh, that was great, you know, option to deal with Fumata's jump back right there, but unfortunately he didn't get the combo follow-up. But, maybe could have gotten the punish off of that breakaway, but probably a bit risky because of the spin's active frames.
Absolutely, but right now it seems like this is where Dali needs to put Fumata, to just apply pressure, keep him in the corner. Now, one thing he's not doing it is, you know, the katana trick. Oh, beautiful! Unfortunately, if Dali starts using those rising fans, kind of disrupting what can go on, it's, oh man, that's nasty. Then it
Keeping
really
on
make
that
it
pressure.
uncomfortable.
And there is...
Escape
Oh,
failed.
a throw... Yep, I was just about to say that. The escape fail, that means the next throw, if not teched, is going to hurt.
Yeah, ultimately, I'm hoping that you'll expect it, because of course, when you know your opponent does have the grab, you can possibly counter that with a down 2 KB, which is what Dali needs
tech.
right now.
Wow, actually teching that, and
he interrupts it!
That was so good.
That was very, very good.
Just acknowledging the fact that, oh, hey, look, you're out of range, you're trying to press buttons in my face, eat it.
Yeah, no, probably impressed with Dali right now. But
there is...
fatal blow.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
There it is! Oh, he let it slip through his fingers. Look how much health the Fumata had left.
Yeah, now, you know what? I think that Dali may have been trying to actually connect the fan. So, because obviously, you know, the changes that happened since we were last commentating in Season 2, that Fatal Blow armor does not come out on the 5th frame now. It's the 8th.
Yes, of course.
So, it was actually not a bad idea to throw the fan over there, because it could have stopped the Fatal Blow, but it is a really risky decision to make.
Yeah, especially when you're full screen. You do need to keep that in mind. Your projectile has to travel the entire one end of the screen to the other. And if it's on a bait, if it's on a guess, you need to be aware of it.
Hey, it's your favorite character from MKX. Triborg.
Yeah,
I hate Triborg. But no, I definitely do feel like Dali was definitely you know, improving in that second part. The second game just definitely seemed more confident, more comfortable playing that matchup. Fumata is quite an experienced tournament player. I'm not too sure about Dali in that regard. However, I do think that the match itself wasn't that bad, and I do think that there is a possibility of getting that revenge match later down the line.
Oh yes, absolutely. But we'll be jumping on to our next match. Will be Equinox against Alfsky. Now again, Stratford Spartans are made up of somewhat obscure talents. We don't quite know them, which in that respect does make them the wild card, but they may be pulling some things out of their hat that we haven't quite seen before. We may even see representation of characters that may be somewhat be discredited.
Yeah, I mean, definitely character variety is a very interesting thing, especially when you don't really know the players, because you have no idea who they play or what variations they play, and sometimes you really do get surprised by the people that have just come out of nowhere. You know, shoutouts to people like Video Games, you know, who basically attended his... Well, he did attend his first tournament at Critical Combat, and was mostly just known for ranked, right, for the Combat League. And really just made a name for himself, started ramping it up from there. So I do think that new faces are always a great thing for the scene and for the game, and we would definitely encourage them to keep playing, keep leveling up. And yeah, just excited for this next match. Equinox, I'm wondering if he is still playing Shao Kahn.
I believe he probably is. I think I saw him perform in New Year's tournament over the weekend. Yep.
Oh, and there we're getting a Kahn
matchup.
Yeah, the real Kahn versus the fake Kahn, am I right? I'm just kidding.
Oh, great. This is a law battle if I've ever seen one, but important thing we need to keep into mind, how much of Equinox's Shao Kahn has upgraded since the previous season.
Oh, there's a good block on the low. He's going to punish that for a full combo, but gets the breakaway.
You know, it's pretty amazing, actually, when taken into mind. Power of hindsight, characters that are underrepresented, Shao Kahn.
Oh, I mean, to be honest, both of them. I mean, who's out here playing Kodal? That was a great use of the take grab off that down one as well.
Beautiful stuff.
Ascension, Kodal Kahn is definitely scary. Nice hit confirm. Oh,
The-
down 3 to Ascension. Yo, no.
The true tech.
Now we're
Keep
talking.
him in the corner. This is a very, very strong showing from Alfsky.
Oh,
Commits to the
may
strength.
have been trying to get the flawless block over there. There is a gap to do that.
Beautiful wall
Oh,
it's nothing
and-
but oh,
No,
that was
that is
scary.
unsafe, yeah. Reversal throw punish is going to create KB.
Oh,
We
shoulder
just don't
charge.
see that very much. Nice.
He can't break away from this either. It's not dead. Both players have fatal blow. What's
If he
it gonna
did
be?
standing for a fatal blow, it would have killed.
Could have been. Could have been. Should have been. We'll do a minus
Stagger.
frames.
Oh, the tick
tick
throw!
grab.
That's
dead.
dead.
if he commits
That
it.
is dead.
Yep. Ooh.
Now, okay,
Alfsky
okay.
got my attention.
That was a really good first round. Now, I really like Equinox's decision to use the reversal throw punish on that so he could guarantee the KB off of the throw because you don't see it very often with Xiao. But he's definitely getting blown up by all of Alfsky's tick throws right now.
Of course, I think that's one of the scariest aspects.
Oh,
of
that was
Alpha
clean.
In general, of course, with that mid command grab, it makes him very dangerous, and we're just gonna see it now.
Look at that. Great hit
Good
confirm
stuff.
again
Oh,
right
dropped the
there.
combo.
The drops are
Commits to it.
unfortunate.
No, it doesn't. Great patience being shown from Alfsky. Of course, down 3 for one.
There's that mix
grab.
up. You got that classic mix up off the 1-2 as well. It's either 1-2-2 for the plus frames or it
no
is 1-2.
punish. Oh, see now that is something Equinox needs to keep in mind now, because that is 2 whiffed in a row tick grabs that have equated to nothing. Maybe it's worth taking it down 1, punishing him accordingly,
And
saying
there
that command
it
grab
is.
is.
That's going to close it out with
Yeah.
Yep. The amplification is going to close out that game. Alfsky taking that one pretty strong in that
Yeah.
second round, definitely. The first round was it was anyone's game, really. But in that
Absolutely.
second one, that was all Alfsky.
I mean, I'm impressed with Alfsky.
Me too.
That's a really good total. That was a really, really good total.
Yeah.
Minus the punishes and like the dropped combos, but I was impressed with the tech throws up to a certain extent. I feel like now, because Equinox is somewhat, if he adapts and realizes like these buttons, if I hold the block button, I'm gonna get thrown for it. So is it
Yeah.
worth taking it down 1, punching accordingly
Exactly.
afterwards?
Now, because you know that the other player has been so confident in doing this take throw all the time, you can just eat the down 1. On the moment that command grab whiffs, you get a full combo punish on them. So in a situation where Alfsky doesn't have defensive meter to actually break away, that's a very detrimental thing to happen to him, because it's like, how do you come back from that? You have to eat all of that damage, and we both know that Shao Kahn, I'm pretty sure everyone knows at home as well, Shao Kahn hits like a truck. He hits hard, and he gets pretty good options, but there is something about Shao Kahn as well that has basically been buffed about him since this patch because of the changes to jump kicks and special
Yes.
moves from standing. Now, if you hit a jump kick with Shao Kahn and you've already pre-dialed in that shoulder input, it's going to come out and hit, but it won't come out and block.
Well, we do have a character switch now to Cetrion.
Yep,
which
the
could
force of nature.
Yeah, you know what? I can see this definitely working Equinox's favor. We did see him actually use this character last season, and you know what? It could definitely work to his favor.
Oh, the crushing blow with
you
the
know
pizza.
What? That's actually evened out the health bars a little bit, but you still have to ken with all of those projectiles, man. And if you aren't patient enough, it's gonna hurt like hell.
Now, Force of Nature, her ground pound is an interesting move.
Nice.
Because this to me right now seems like it could be character unfamiliarity. Not a lot of people play Force of Nature, but a person that we mentioned earlier, Mr. Tatara, as far as I know, does also play Force of Nature. But this is just the classic zoning matchup. You don't want to let Kodokan into you. However, the ground pound with Force of Nature, if you block that first hit, you can jump the second.
Second one. Now, I don't believe we've actually seen Alfsky actually do it once. So definitely what you said with matchup unfamiliarity. So with if is one of the benefits of the long arena clash, since it's a team-based format, you have your teammates over your shoulder to tell you these fine bits of information later on. But right now, it seems like Alfsky is not being patient enough, not choosing the right decisions, and it's starting to show.
Flawless blocking those boulders is really in a not flawless blocking the boulder toss is actually very detrimental because of the pushback and the fact that he can just ground pound straight after it if you try and take an option because of the block stun.
Yeah, even then, it's like you tried jumping over him, unfortunately got clipped by the second one, and Alfsky is he's sitting full screen just having to eat these at the moment, which is...
To be honest, I respect Alfsky's decision to not be jumping against the trend as well, just on the off chance one of those boulders is the straight one. But that was pretty brutal. Because we really, it does seem like character unfamiliarity, or rather variation unfamiliarity.
It is the classic keep away zoning bullying type of mentality that we're kind of accustomed not to Cetrion, but keep away characters in general when it comes to fighting games. Like if you struggle to get in, especially with a character who can't like work around those projectiles, it can be really hard.
That's
really,
true.
Really hard.
However, Kotal Khan has an exceptional wave dash as well.
Yes, of course.
And he also has the added benefit of having some pretty good range normals. So
4-2-4, for example.
and now flawless blocking these boulders is like super important because they just eliminate the possibility of that pushback. They eliminate the jailing potential into the ground pound or into the, well, I think it is only the ground pound and force of nature that would really stuff your forward progressive movement. Trying to dash as well against Cetrion is quite a difficult thing. I definitely do think it's like you either wave dash or you walk your way in really patiently, similar to like, you know, the full auto matchup from Mortal Kombat X. It's really just you have to work your way in gradually, but it can be very difficult when you're dealing with these diagonal boulder tosses with the threat of the straight boulder in the air as well for what, like a 320 damage?
Yes.
Just flat. So, yeah, it's pretty rough. And then I do think that there was a little bit of impatience with the boulder summon as well. When burst, it knocks you back, and it knocks you back full screen. So honestly, if you get hit by that, just the latter half of it, you're going to be full screen, you're going to be back into that mix.
I feel like every time Equinox, in fact, actually went for the enhanced, like, rising, exploding boulder, it landed almost every single time.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because Alfsky, really strong showing, first round against Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
But it was quite evidently clear that, you know, the Cetrion matchup is one that he was uncomfortable with, and something that I'd say he not... How do I phrase it? It was one that he struggled with getting in, and whenever he even came close to approaching, it was just like, rising boulder, explode, send you back. You have to work all the way back in. By the time he's back there, Cetrion has 2 bars of me to work with.
Yeah, for sure. It's really just a matter of, I think, when he's kept out at a certain range, so Mortal Kombat being the type of game where between rounds you get back up in the same position that you ended that last round on. It doesn't reset like it would in games like Street Fighter or Tekken or something like that. Made it kind of harder because when he's kept out in the first round, you then have to just continue to make your way back in from where you originally were in that previous round. You don't have the reset to neutral where you guys are right in the beginning starting positions again, and then you can start to close the gap on Cetrion, because I think once he gets in, he might just overwhelm Equinox with take throws, down threes we were seeing a lot of as well, forward ones. But yeah, you know, that does tie things up to 1-1 as well. I would like to see that I would like to see some adaptation from Alfsky's side as well. Definitely, like when you block that first ground pound, it is important to try and jump the second one, because you just cover a lot of free distance just for her trying to do that. You know, there is the option to ground pound cancel in Force of Nature, but you are using a bar just to do that, and it's really just, that's probably more of a mind game thing, really, isn't it? I don't really see too much use from canceling the ground pound myself. But, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I was just going to say, you also got to think, is the cancel I'm doing worth the meter?
Yeah.
You know, because, of course, like, meter does rebuild over time. It's not like MKX where you're running, you build up meter. It's not like when your opponent's blocking, they're building up meter. It just builds up over the course of time.
Yeah,
so,
like cooldowns.
Yeah, it's a wise choice. You have to keep in mind, it's like, do I fully commit with losing this bar of meter and may possibly lose out on, you know, other options I do have? Or do I fully commit with this for just the cancel?
Yeah, and you know, if she were to do just one of those cancels in general, that eliminates the possibility of using breakaway for a set amount of time as well. But it's really just a matter of Alfsky has to close that gap, and it can be a very frustrating matchup to play. But there also could be a character switch because we don't know Alfsky's character pool. And right there, Cabal starting things off with a Nomad dash. That is that's ambitious.
Oh look, he's also playing not Speed Demon.
Not Speed Demon. That's the official name now. Oh, and just raw Nomad dash again into the forward two.
Capitalize off it though.
Yep.
Alright, up two. Nice. Good punish.
And there's that hit confirm right there.
There you go. Sends him full screen again.
But if you think about it, Force of Nature's combo damage is actually pitiful because that was 211 damage for a bar. That's 21.1%, right?
True.
So,
and also now Equinox is having to think about his decisions and his choices. He can't throw out the projectiles like he used to because of the threat that Nomad Dash does have, and of course Air Sword.
Oh, nice throw tech though. Now Cabal, just like Shao Kahn we were mentioning earlier, also did get buffed by the fact that you can pre-dial in that Nomad Dash off of the jump kick, because if it's blocked or flawless blocked, you won't get the Nomad Dash. But if it hits, you get the Nomad Dash. So you get that free confirm off of the jump kick.
Beautiful stuff right there, keeping him out the air. You know that was a dial-in mad dash. Yep.
Yeah,
and
really
Equinox
just
knew it.
these raw nomad dashes and the lack of hit confirms into the nomad dashes
But
are pretty much just killing Alfsky right here.
Yeah, but this is good support for Ivsky because he's right in Cetrion's face at the moment.
In the corner as well.
Yeah, 2-2. Oh,
No, doesn't commit to the full string.
Nice. Bit of a
Nice
scramble
rotate.
at the moment. Buttons are being pressed, but nothing's being confirmed.
There it is.
Beautiful stuff. Pops him in the corner.
Into the restand. Jinx.
Blocks. Oh, no, we're not doing this again.
Yeah, we got safe strings right here. Nice use of the forward 1-3.
Away. Now he needs to be extremely patient here.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, cracks in composure
Yeah.
starting to show.
These random nomad dashes. Oh, what a read! What a
Galaxy
read from
Brain.
Equinox.
What was that? I think it
Boulder
must have been-
cancel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some swag going on right here, but let's keep in mind, Alfsky does have access to Fatal Blow, and this is Cabal, but
That's it. The 1-1-2 is going to take
yeah,
things.
keeps things simple.
The character select really working out for Equinox right there.
No, absolutely. Definitely night and day. Alfsky, unfortunately, unable to contend with that, like, just utter keep away. And beautiful fatality.
Solar Beam absolutely annihilating Cabal.
Win.
Man,
Get this man off screen.
why can't I do that in Pokemon?
Why can't I do that in real life?
Well, I mean, no oxygen for one thing. But
Oh, no.
I mean, oh, that would be horrible. It'd be just like a giant body just floating around the Earth. wouldn't it?
And but you know, I don't think that. So maybe Cabal was like probably, I'm not too sure with the specific matchup for Kotal Khan, but with Cabal, I don't think that Cabal would generally suffer too hard against Force of Nature Cetrion, but those ground pounds definitely something to take on for future reference as well. Is that when the first one is blocked, or if you avoid the first one, you can jump the second one. But the next one is going to be Mystic versus, I believe that is Me A90 or My 90.
I'm gonna say my 90, just because
My
it makes
90.
things a little bit easier. But
Made
I'm
in England.
interested. Of course, Mystic. Someone
Yep.
I'm very excited to see. I'm really happy to see him actually participate in this and really put in the work, because we've known him, we've seen him around at tournaments. He does damage. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to Manchester for having you know, 2 players on that team with absolutely fabulous hair.
Ooh.
Have you seen Mystic's hair? Oh my god!
Have you seen your hair?
So,
It's gotten long for season 3, my friend.
but yeah. So either way, like when we are made in England, I have absolutely no idea who they play. None whatsoever. And that is interesting to me because I'm now curious as to whether Mystic is playing the same character that we know him for. And he is.
Yeah, he's
there it is.
committing. Oh, but the Jade choice, I feel like Jade does fairly well in this matchup, of course, with Blow being an option. It's Jaded.
It's going to come down to the player decisions mostly,
Those
but what a
active
confirm.
frames. Big boulder.
Back-to-back Cetrion right here. Now activating that glow is just going to make all this stuff whiff. But it doesn't seem like Made in England is able to get that out or knows this. There are a lot of uses of Geyser, probably to try and stuff the attempt at using glow. Mystic just happy to really wait it out and be patient.
Swiping the ball. Unfortunately, does not get the combo afterwards. Buttons are being pressed, unfortunately, which means there may be some struggle. Of course, the Jade special, down 2.
Yeah.
Hit with the Geyser. It's going to be for Mystic.
Yeah, there's a jump 3, stand 3 into the Geyser to end things out. Is looking absolutely all Mystic right now.
Oh,
Just
you
gonna
know,
keep the distance.
you know Mystic was just continuously throwing out that wall, just wanting MIE just to
Active
run and get
frames
hit with it.
barrier.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Oh.
Round 2.
Hey man, hold my active frames.
Those active frames are pretty insane. Oh, I think accidental missing
There
put
it
there. No punish,
Oh, the
sadly.
Nitro Kick, but yeah. Mystic as well, missing the punish on that Nitro Kick.
Oh, it's clipped by the border. Oh, it's fishing for that KB. Oh, right choice!
Imagine, you know, the
Right
straight
choice.
boulder has just gone straight over you, but you're gonna jump the next one anyway. That's what we call no fear.
What is fear when I'm playing Jade? It's just down 2, my friend. Oh, there it is.
Oh, shades of
Soft spin.
Nightwing right there. God, I love it.
Oh, you mean Robin from Injustice 2?
I hate you. Now, 2-1 blocked.
Oh, but again, Mystic's actually been clipped by that string a fair few times. No punish.
The down two
It was
toasty as
toasty.
well. Give it to me.
Moral victory right there.
Doesn't get the combo follow up on that 4-2-1 again. Unfortunately, he gets clipped by the low.
Yeah, and looks like just getting clipped by that low every time, unfortunately. Now, that wouldn't really be a problem, but that damage does eventually stack up, and it really does suck to be the end of continuous damage that, you know, you may not be accustomed to the strings, the properties, and what exactly is going on with them.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Cetrion herself is just a very good character, a very, very
she's
good
solid.
character. That 1-1, amazing, or just standing 1 in general is just really good. 4-2 is a really good mid to check people, has a pretty good down 4 as well. The active barrier honestly replaces the use for pokes in certain situations because of the range it's at, because of the active frames it has, and because of the hitbox, like the verticality on that hitbox, makes it a lot harder for people to actually, you know, start jumping in on you or trying to come in and start disrespecting you. And Jade is like, I'm not too familiar 100% with whether her wiggle stick would be a good option against the active barrier, but I would like to see a few more follow-ups from Made in England as well on these launches and any kind of hits that they can get, because it would definitely be, you know, worthwhile. Jade's not a character that does the most damage,
I mean,
but the glow is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's a key aspect in this matchup. You will be able to walk around the majority of Cetrion's actual keep away game, and it will make things significantly easier.
Yeah, that is true.
But maybe something that MIE isn't too familiar with at the moment, and that could actually be a real problem for this individual in this match, man. But we know things are slowly but surely working. But gets good from behind.
That 2-1-2, and there's the whiff punish on that 4-2-3 straight into the geyser. Going to take Made in England straight to the corner.
Yeah, missed the keep things.
Oh, what a
very,
jump.
Very, very simple. Interesting choice there. Active walls again.
And there it was. The close one as well, acknowledging the fact that Made in England probably wanted to move inwards just to secure the hit and close out the round. Mystic looking really strong right now.
Yeah, at the moment he's just able to open up MIE, and it just seems like it's a struggle. Because of course we aren't seeing the glow be initiated or engaged at all, so...
Wow! Did you see that wall?
I saw the wall though.
Oh, misses the
that's
geyser
okay.
follow-up, but still made the attempt to get it.
I mean, at this point, I think we have a knife. I think we're on the floor. What I was going to say. Oh, interrupts the string, finally. Good stuff off Mystic right
Just
now.
foot slapped her right in the face.
Yeah, we're going to... Possibly brutality? I'm not too sure.
Please,
I know there's
please.
one here.
Oh,
No brutality.
but the throw is going to clean things out. Mystic taking that pretty convincingly, which now puts Manchester Swarm at 3 wins.
Now, here's the thing. It's like, Manchester are a very experienced team, but that should not discredit the Stratford Spartans. It's still early days. It's still very much so early on. And as we saw earlier, you know, like with Alski and
with Dolly as well.
Dolly, yeah. You know, they can adapt very quickly. And I feel like over the course of time, and I think it's going to really somewhat work to their benefit, they'll find themselves in a much more comfortable position.
Hey, I mean, shout-outs to our London players as well. Those are our local players too. You know, big ups to Stratford, and I really appreciate the effort that that all three of them are putting in. And you know, the adaptation is definitely a thing over here. Taking these losses early on should not be a detrimental thing. It's really just a learning experience so that you can overcome the adversities that have, you know, bestowed themselves upon you. And
Rather
you can
have it be here than in Kombat League.
Yes.
Put it like that.
Because that is stress. But yeah, so it's really just Manchester are a strong team. There is a reason they got as far as they did last season, and they're only looking stronger this season as well. And really, it is just, I mean, we were talking about people that are hungry for finals. Manchester are obviously in that. They are not here to play games, and they've definitely started making their statement right here in the first week of the Arena Clash. So I'm just really excited to see what we have in store going forwards. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see some upsets. I'm all for the underdog stories, and I do think that Stratford can make something happen. It's really just a matter of staying at it. Gotta be really vigilant with your play.
That is a code toy here. Oh, 4-2-4. Gets nothing off it right now.
Alski and Thamada just kicking things off over here.
Down one spin. No,
last hit.
Nice. Oh, gets caught with the drill and pushed back again with more drills. Oh.
That Ice Auger is an exceptional move. Flawless block on the dive bomb, but unfortunately can't punish it as it is safe when it reaches that range.
Now they're always working around it, but it's all a matter of whether or not Alski is familiar in this matchup and knows the short hop over the actual dive bomb.
Yeah, Thamada having an absolute carnival of a time.
If you just throw it out if your opponent doesn't know how to deal with it, they don't know how to deal with it. You know, if there's cracks in their knowledge, use it to your advantage. But in saying that, cracks in knowledge,
well,
take grab.
We know that Kotal Khan's a very momentum-based character. We'll see what Alfsky can make happen.
Absolutely, of course. We just saw down throw that.
Tamada with his back towards the corner as well.
Yeah,
but now opening space, that back forward 3 when amplified, really knocking you far back. The hit stagger properties. You see that you're taking like 3-4 steps backwards when you're hit by that.
Yeah, really good stuff. Unfortunately, Alfsky not able to really get much going on this time of round, but we are onto our second round. Oh, gets clipped for forward 2.
That pizza absolutely being denied by the ice.
Man, now I'm hungry. But I'm saying
Hungry
that
for ice.
Kotal is going to be eating all of this damage right now. Oh. I think we're seeing some shines of impatience at the moment from Alfsky, not really able to get anything going against Famata.
I mean, it's understandably frustrating to be zoned out.
Of course.
But it's really just finding, you have to like find the right times to be moving in as well.
It's like a rhythm. If you can find your pace and your timing for it, everything runs smoothly.
Yeah.
If not, then it becomes very much so apparent that you're out of tune.
Tamada's space control as well has been rather exceptional because he's acknowledging the fact that, you know, when I'm using certain moves to keep you at a certain range where you think you can do something or you think you can use these negative frames to start closing the gap or start taking your turn on me or start, you know, really just enforcing your own game plan, then I'm going to start bullying you with different moves that are just going to be punishing you for trying to do that. You know, using the back 2 as well, just a really far-reaching move. It's a mid as well.
Yeah, it's
just
impressive.
To keep, very, very, like, a good defensive, far-reaching move that can be used in a very aggressive way, you know, and I like the way that Tamada chooses to play the game because it really is just this hyperbole of defense that makes you sweat, really. It makes you want to try and do something, you know. There are a lot of things that Frost can do that are safe as well, and he's very good at using that and you know, just cycling through a different variety of options. I wouldn't quite call it a flowchart, but there is definitely like a, you know, a wide, healthy variety of different options and situations that he can take.
Fight!
There's like, I put it like this, there's a method to the madness and there's a way to work around it, but ultimately it's up to the player to know when's the timing, when to be patient and when to choose to take their turn. Of course, this fighting game is all about taking your turn. In some cases you can take other people's turns if they become impatient, if they want to, maybe if they're frame rate punished. Yeah, no, that definitely evens things out a bit more. Oh, okay. Wise and smart choice at the moment, but Alfsky does have a fair bit to do before he can get in.
Now, I would like to see Alfsky start ducking more as well, because, okay, so standard Augur is a high. The down back 2 that Frost has, the bomb, is also a high, and forward 2 is also a high. But right there, getting the hit confirmed straight into the down forward 2, into that command grab to end things again, spend the bar, throw him in the corner.
Does have Fatal Blow. Oh, we saw it, the negative frames into Fatal Blow. That doesn't work anymore, my friend. Keep in mind,
not
the
good
changes
against
of this
reversal
season.
pokes.
There we go, Famata takes another round. Alfsky definitely showing some signs of life, some adaptation, trying out stuff that we didn't see in previous rounds, but Famata being able to feel very much so comfortable in his own boots right now and force Alfsky to play his game.
That is true. Oh.
Oh, the cheeky cancel. Ooh. Big boot catches.
Tamada playing really patiently as well, you know, he's just choosing this range that he just doesn't want to go past, but that forward 2 clipping Alfsky again.
The thing is, I feel like Famata is one of those players that feels like he doesn't have to overextend. He can just he just has a poking tool. If it hits, he'll react to it and fire out an auger, keep the opponent in the air and punish them accordingly. Just keep things simple, make it hurt. And
that is true. Oh, doesn't follow through.
That is unfortunate. Just goes for the drill.
Playing very patient right here. Alfsky definitely not being impatient as you were mentioning before. Oh, but gets clipped by the final hit.
Unfortunately, something we actually haven't seen Alfsky really be able to do is the patented tech throws that we've seen him been doing in previous matches. And I think it's a case of he just hasn't been able to get in and play his game properly.
Yeah, that's true. No, I guess in matchups like this, right, a cheeky little wave dash again. But,
Kombat League.
Yes. But, you know, the general way that Tamada was playing that seemed like he had a very solid game plan in mind as well. And I think when you're playing Kotal Khan, like, in those kinds of situations, maybe Bullock is probably the right pick for it, right?
Yes.
Because you're mitigating a lot of the damage that's coming into you, and Frost's back forward 3, the little shoulder cannons that she has, where she can amplify that for the repetitive shots, doesn't really do a lot of damage. It's about 9%, give or take, on hit. Just from the last parts, just from the rapid shots.
The thing is, we need to keep in mind, though, with Aoski, he utilizes that command grab a lot. Does he feel comfortable? Is he familiar with how to use Bullock? That's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
is he
that is
willing to
another
give
thing for sure.
up the command grab for totems?
Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, it could be a good decision. Maybe.
Yeah,
Just something to think about, food for thought. Because then if you get your touch and you have 2 damage mitigation totems up and you have 1 power totem, yeah, you're going to hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna
really going to hurt
a lot.
them. But the next match is going to be Equinox versus Made in England 90. So I, guesstimate that this is just going to be Shao Kahn versus Jade. And it's a matchup that is... So let's think about it in a player matchup sense, right? The way that Made in England was playing, there were a lot of uses of down 2.
Yes.
And Shao Kahn is a character who has a lot of...
What's a mid?
What's a mid?
I don't have those.
Well, he has an exceptional forward 3, but because it's such a short range, you will lose to the Jade down 2 if the spacing is just in Jade's favor. So it's really just, I actually have no idea how this is going to go. It's really just going to be who is going to be more consistent at landing those hits because, well, we could talk about the fact that Equinox has combos over Made in England. These down 2s do 14% a touch, so if you were really successful with actually hitting these down 2s...
That's a KB time.
And a fatal blow?
Yeah.
The damage is going to keep racking up. You could just take small increments. But, yeah. So we are going to get on with things very shortly. Now, what do you think about... Do you think that Equinox would not be playing Shao Kahn? Do you think that maybe he would just be playing Force of Nature Cetrion because of the success?
I'd say, if I were to pick between the two, I'd honestly go for Cetrion.
Yeah.
If we saw how comfortable he was playing with Cetrion, but if he I don't know, it comes down to character loyalty. Do you go for the smart pick or do you go for the fun character? It's shoulder charge.
I mean, who wouldn't love that, right? Now, if I'm right in just assuming this, I think Equinox actually just likes Shao Kahn as a character quite a lot and wants to play Shao, and then has the Cetrion pick for times where, when people are up in your face, that you can't really feel like you deal with. They have certain things you just don't want to deal with. In the instance of the match before, we had like the tick throws. There were a lot of tick throws that Equinox got hit by and probably didn't want to, and that feeling can be quite tilting. So it makes sense to go to Force of Nature Cetrion and then just establish the game plan of I want to keep this person full screen. I don't want to let them in on me because if they do, they're just going to start tick grabbing me, and I don't want to have to guess. Instead, if they are an impatient player and they're going to start moving in on me, I'm just going to keep them away.
Yeah.
And it's a very good way of blowing that up. It is a smart game plan. So I'm interested really just to see more.
Yeah, I'm very, very interested. Of course, Stratford Spartans, made up of individuals who we aren't familiar with, they still most likely have stuff in the hat we haven't seen yet. But ultimately, we need to keep in mind, the caliber that the Manchester Swarm has right now, the talent on their side.
Experience goes a long way.
Experience
offline competition as well, because all 3 of the people at Manchester Swarm are offline competitors as well. Whereas Stratford Spartans, for all we know, could be incredibly new to the fighting game competitive scene. And if that is the case, we are obviously here to support that and to help them develop as players, to help them grow, and to overcome the things that are giving them a hard time in the game. So really, it's all just about, a build-up. It's all just...
experience.
So I think that Stratford are going to come back even stronger in the following week, and the week after that, because they're going to be able to look back on this footage as well and start to analyze their own gameplay should they, want to.
It's a very important aspect, really, as growing as a fighting gameplay. Like, it sucks to watch you, get turned into, a ragdoll and get thrown around, but honestly, fighting games is one of those things where getting good is literally beaten into you.
Yep, it is literally beaten into you. But we were right in assuming that it is going to be Shao Kahn. That crossover
shoulder
2.
Charge.
Confirmed straight away.
Oh, goes for the Dark Priest.
I like it. Ending in the 2-3, going straight for the Dark Priest.
We're going to see it. Are we going to see it? Oh, goes for that down 2.
That 4-2-1.
Goes down 1. Both playing. There it is! There's only a matter of time.
Yeah, Equinox loves using the 4-2, which I do not agree with. And against a player that likes to use down 2 as well, with Jade's down 2, probably not. Oh, where was that glow against Cetrion?
Yeah.
Made in England. We believe in you. If you fight against Cetrion again, use that glow. It'll work wonders.
It's beneficial and makes things much, much easier. But the
There's the scum grab, but wake up down two.
That up three is so good, man. But yeah, I feel like some of the right decisions were made there, just not executed quite to the way that one
That
would
low
like.
crushed.
That was beautiful. I'm saying that
was a
Rorschach-
counter hit.
Was he channeling his inner VGY? I thought that it was.
I don't know. That was Rago. That was Rago. I cannot justify that. That was Rago.
Being simple. MIE. Oh, the Bucks right under. We are seeing things.
It's alright.
we've never seen
The
before.
javelin's a mid, but we'll just low profile. A 1-4 hit confirmed straight into the shoulder.
Nice. Go see
2-3.
Dark Priest.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh,
There's the whip
no.
punish.
It's go time. Crunch.
Yep, but there is the breakaway on Made in England side. Not
Yeah, but
using
we
it.
haven't seen MIE use it at all, unfortunately, and that's just big
Missed the
damage.
opportunity.
Oh, the BM.
You can BM as much as you want. But you did a random shoulder charge in the neutral.
What is neutral? I'm Shao Kahn. What is a neut? I don't know. Shoulder charge.
What is neutral? I am just I don't even know what neutral is. I have none. I just press 1-1-1 with Nightwolf. But
I just
yeah,
block 1-1-1 against Nightwolf.
but you block. No, but yeah, so Made in England is it's hard to really like say what to do against Shao in a situation. You just obviously want to keep Shao away from you and try and tack on as much damage as you can. Just chip away at the health bar with glaive tosses, with these down twos that you may connect, and then definitely trying to optimize the damage and maximizing the combo potential, because off of the down two crushing blow, you can get a lot. You can get a fair bit of damage.
Get a
you know,
lot.
you can get a fair bit. And if you had the fatal blow as well, it could just be a straight down two into a fatal blow. Would honestly,
But that's
just
something we haven't been seeing, and that's the issue. Like, we haven't seen MIE capitalize on that damage to really kind of bring things back. But anything can change. Anything is possible at this point in time. But oh, gets hit with the shoulder charge, jumping two. Nice, gets out the Dark Priest again. Wise choice to block there. But up front glow, do not agree with that choice. Very, very scary
they're
decision.
completing the string.
Yep. Uh-oh. It's gonna
That was a 20% throw right there, 200
Oh.
damage.
Big jump free, doesn't hit. That one at moments is for the most part a bit of a poking game.
No
Very,
punish
very
on that glow kick though.
safe options at play right now, unfortunately. Big boot, lost frames. Fully commit. No, doesn't. Well, the second hit was enough.
Yeah, there it was. That is just a low. That has been clipping people quite a lot today. For those of you that don't know, that Shao Kahn forward 3-4 is a low. And if he throws that up hammer, down to him. There you go.
Well, there it is. I mean, I did say very much so early on, the Jade special is the down two.
Oh, thrown out the corner though.
Nice, commits to the string. Oh, and look, there's the down two again.
That trade was in favor for Made in England right there.
I was expecting a down two there, I'm not gonna lie.
Equinox, what?
Oh, there's the fatal blow, but gets nothing off it right now. So,
Yeah, down forward check right there. Nice
oh, the
scum
anti,
grab.
yeah. Oh!
One more touch is going to take it.
Yep, back breaker. No, doesn't go for it, but instead goes for the grab. Pretty swift 2-0 there from Equinox. Just seems like he was able to play his game fundamentally, you know, kind of capitalize on Shao Kahn being that bully character, but it's one of those things, man. If you aren't able to contest with the buttons or challenge or invoke any form of pressure or fear in a Shao Kahn player, it can be really difficult.
Yeah, for sure. But I think there are a lot. So from me watching Shao Kahn, I can see a lot of things that Equinox is choosing to do, because he's choosing to do these things because his opponent is not familiar with how to deal with these certain options. A lot of using the forward two because of the exceptional range on it. However, it's a high. It can be ducked. So if you are not blocking and you're just crouching, it'll go straight over you. But the second hit is a mid, which is also safe. But that is going to basically solidify it for Manchester Swarm taking that first set in the best of 3. And we're going to kick it off straight away with the Mana going. And Made in England gets his, the next shot to really see. It's really just against the Mana's kind of playstyle. If you are not activating Glow with Jade, you are going to suffer, because Frost has a lot of ranged options.
And it's again, it was like when we saw with Cetron. If you just can't get past the projectiles and get in your offense, you're going to be slowly chipped away at. And I'd say, as I said with Cetron earlier, if you don't know how to deal with the keep away, it's kind of like bullying.
Yeah, it really is. It can be very frustrating to try and get in on that stuff, just to actually find where you can enforce your own game plan, really. Because, I mean, let's be real. The most basic principle of fighting games is you just want to eliminate the other person's health bar, right?
Yeah.
How can you do that best as Jade? Denying all forms of zoning with your glow, potentially even activating glow and then zoning them to start. Yeah, counter zoning them, chipping them away, and making it so that when they close the gap on you, they already have a low amount of health anyway.
It's like we're seeing some Katana right now. You know what? I'm all for more Katana. Character that I do wish I was represented a little bit more, but one can only wait and see. It all happens in due course and due time. But my ad, this is also one of the DC Elseworld skins as well.
Ah, Catwoman Katana, yes.
Of course. Being a fellow comic book connoisseur, I do love that. Nice. Ooh, swaggy combo there off Famata, activating the core. Plus frames.
Not needing that core, and Famata looking pretty dominant in that round, only taking one hit.
Yeah, no, just Famata was able to play his game and really invoke how he wanted to do it. That was clean. Core again, expected to wake up. Good stuff from Famata.
No hit confirmed there, though.
Plus frames.
Nope, it's on hit.
Yeah.
It's not that plus.
Oh, no punish.
Nice tech.
That was a really, really clean tech. Spin. There you go. We've seen that spin hit a lot tonight as well. My
checked
goodness.
straight out of there as well.
Ooh, gets hit with
Yeah, what a whiff finish on the up 3, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
Footsies. Famata trying to get the
Right
anti-air right there.
Commits to the string. Ooh, grabs him. Put him back in the corner. There we go. Martin can keep opponent in the corner. This is all he needs. Two.
Punishing the use of the interactable right there. Famata going to take that first game.
Yeah, big headbutt.
Famata looks absolutely confident. I can really, really see the level of work that he's been putting in with this Frost. Has only, Famata was playing Liu Kang before as well. And I'm not sure if he's still playing Liu Kang, but the Frost has definitely improved.
Absolutely.
A lot over time. And just the general, you can tell that he's really comfortable in the neutral. Just really comfortable dealing with characters and what they have to offer as well. But this is also week 1. We are going to be seeing more of Famata as we go down the line if they are, we are anyway because it's a Swiss format. We don't have as many teams as before. So we are going to see a lot of teams just facing off straight up against each other. And with Famata, you can... I was having conversations with him post-Season 2 where he really was on the grind because he wants to make the finals. He wants to win. And I totally respect that mindset because in my eyes, it's like, why would I compete if I don't want to win?
That is true.
Right? Really just go for the gold. And I think that it's being established. What a way to make your mark in Season 3 coming in right now, basically just convincingly dominating your way through all of these games that you're playing. And just, it's a good momentum to carry forward for not just yourself, but for your team. It increases the team morale when everyone's seeing one of their guys do well. So it's just a matter of dealing with Frost. And it can be a very annoying thing to do because Frost is a character where if you are not used to playing against her, it's tricky to figure out what your options are.
Oh!
That is so good. I was just going to ask if he was flawless blocking that from the last game. And he just did it straight away in this one.
Yeah, no, really, really good stuff right now. Ooh.
The up 2.
Nice. Keeps it very simple. But more needs to be done in order to equal things out. Famata, does it get it down 2 KB off the whiff grab, unfortunately. But Famata now being pushed in the corner.
Oh, that's short hop whiffing.
That is unfortunate. Fatal blows now in play, however. Definitely how he changed. Was he attempting to go for the interactable there? Maybe. It looked a bit different. Oh, there it is again!
Oh,
fully commits to the string and whiffed buttons! Whiffed buttons! There you go.
That's alright. Frost just turning the lower half around so she can still look at you, make eye contact with you while she's walking backwards.
Oh man, it was sharing it on Instagram and tweeting.
Yeah. Post-tweet.
KP.
Crushing blow right there.
Nice stuff. Oh, this is some swagginess.
Now I'm
Where'd you go?
surprised that we didn't see Tomato go into the
There
interactable,
it
but
is.
there's the tech throw straight into it.
Commentator's curse, my friend.
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't punish it accordingly.
Yeah.
Now that's something we do need to see quite a fair bit, because that's a move that a few characters do struggle to punish, as it does fluctuate in frame data. Oh!
Getting
the
caught
overhead.
with the overhead.
Oh, beautiful anti-air right there. Oh,
I agree
fatal
with the
blows in
breakaway as well over
play.
there.
So does I-bomb. Very patient play we're actually
Oh,
seeing
that's-
right now, but
yeah.
it seems like Famata just has that extra edge. Oh, that was a good
Punish.
read, but...
Just a moment too late.
Yeah. The right decision, wrong timing, unfortunately, but very, very good stuff right there. Very, very good stuff. And remember what I said earlier in the previous set, adaptations will start to be showing as the matches progress, and that was definitely something there.
Now, adaptations, I mean, the most obvious one to us as well was flawless blocking the overhead
yes.
on the katana string. You can just tell that it's like when something happens to you, you don't want that to happen again, and when players start making adjustments to that, it can be really, like, throwing people off.
It can
you know?
feel somewhat demoralizing.
Yeah. Now this is a matchup I'm really interested to see, because when we watched Dolly the first time that that she played, it was really like I liked what I was seeing with Katana.
Mhm.
You know, the first game looked a bit rough. Maybe it could have been nerves. You know, maybe it could just be playing online. Maybe it could just be the environment that you're in or anything like that. Loads of different factors, but she was exceptionally close in that second game when she was playing against the Mata and playing against Equinox. If it's going to be Shao Kahn versus Katana is a matchup I cannot even comment on, because I've never seen it.
Hey, man.
I've never
Look at the lore.
Look at the
the
story
lore.
mode. You'll realize
Yeah.
Katana wins 10-0.
Yeah.
No. But and stole the last name. But no. But either way, like it's highborn. We saw Made in England do the highborn special move, the rotating fans,
Yes.
the spinning fans, which is possibly one of the most annoying special moves in the game. So we would like to see that more.
If that's incorporated more, then it can definitely feel very, very impressive.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to work around it, it can suck.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh,
Toss.
please trade that down to it.
two.
That is down in the triangle, but you want to uppercut that every single time it's on the way up, because that is a
Dolly
super
just
gimmick.
being clipped at the moment. Ooh.
But to be fair, who plays Shao Kahn? Not many.
That is
Not
true.
many.
They are a rare breed. Oh, I'm saying that. Capitalizing that damage.
Like a shiny Zangoose. Yeah, that 4-4, your plus frames are absolutely denied, buddy.
Beautiful flawless block, but gets nothing of it. Upwards hammer toss. Not right decisions being made here, unfortunately.
I mean, it's just so gimmicky, I can't help but cringe.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that definitely felt like all Equinox that round.
Definitely. Now,
Round 2.
maybe what Dolly needs to do over here is just to keep Equinox out. Just throw fans. Don't be afraid to throw fans. Oh, the Mexican standoff
extra
right there.
mind
Just holding it. Excuse me, just holding it right in front of his face. Duck!
Ooh,
Duck for the forward two!
Galaxy Brain. Plus frames. Need to know when to take your turn.
Jump kick. Don't be afraid to throw more fans. Yeah, you think Shao could punish that with setting up?
Oh, unfortunately drops the combo. That
Yeah,
was
just
really
a little
clean.
too high for that shoulder to connect. Using these
Down
low
the
pokes
smoke.
as well.
Goes for the upward side toss. Again, just
Oh!
goes for the chainsaw.
Leatherface! Let's go!
Oh, trades with
Gotta
the up
love
three.
it. I'm pretty sure the NRS also stated that was Leatherface's chainsaw. I'm happy.
But a little bit of cockiness being shown from Equinox at the moment. Don't have this come back and bite you in the arse, friend.
It's one hit away now for Dolly. Nice use of the interactable.
Yeah, it can go for
And
the trade.
The trade.
Cockiness
Great
definitely
stuff.
caught up to Equinox there. Definitely showed.
It's now one round apiece.
Final round.
Winner of this is going to take that first game. But that trade was absolutely in favor of Dolly right there. Using the sky kick as well just to go straight over the javelin.
Of course, but we must keep into mind a crushing blow that Shao Kahn does have by landing 3 of the javelin
look at that.
spears. 1+2, I believe.
1, 2, 1 plus 3.
3, sorry. Leads to a crushing blow.
Oh,
that does
that's
a huge amount
KB.
of damage, but talking about
What a
KBs.
whiff punish. Using
Beautiful.
down 3 with Shao Kahn is a very questionable decision, but
Oh.
down 4 is so good. But it was, right now, this is exactly what Dolly needs to do. Just zone him out. Keep him away from you,
Dolly keeps things simple. Definitely
Nice
work to her
whiff
favor.
punish.
Yeah, just zone him out. Zone him out. Side toss, fan. Side toss, fan.
There it is, jump
Big
kicks.
jump free.
The low poke check right there. Good block on the forward two. Not overextending.
Yeah, Dolly just doing the wise thing.
Oh, shoulder! Into fatal blow. No, that was a beautiful decision by Equinox right there. Get that shoulder randomly in a neutral. When you are at that low health, what does it matter? Take the risk as much as you want. That is all unbreakable damage right there.
Yeah, spot. Dolly does also have access to her own fatal blow. And big jump free.
Oh, Dolly taking that game. Getting that first game on the board for the Stratford Spartans.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Beautiful stuff.
I love this fatality.
Oh.
This is all like with all your blood straight out of your body.
Blood Nader, man.
Fatality.
That's sick.
Really good stuff.
Win.
Man, she has some awesome fatalities in this game.
Shao Kahn's entrails are flying all over the place. And, you know, that was honestly just really good.
Yeah,
Just,
Equinox cockiness caught the best of him. We saw him teabagging earlier in the
Yeah.
set, and I saw that. I was just kind of
Yeah.
like, if you lose
maybe
this,
it wasn't a teabag. Maybe it was a Dark Breeze buffer. Maybe Dark Breast? Dark Priest buffer. Maybe it was just a buffer for that, because it is a down-down input.
Well, we have to keep into mind Equinox mentality earlier on, where we saw teabagging. So,
You never know.
you got
never
washed.
know. Maybe. Maybe it now is the force of nature pick. Because maybe, but think about it, right? Equinox is a player that loves to do boulder summon, which is a slow move. Likes to do boulder toss as well. Likes to do ground pounds. All of these are honestly fairly reactable with Katana, who's just going to sky kick you. I have enough crippling memories of trying to do something against Molina. I know what this move is like. Now, you just get sky kicked. Now, in this game, it doesn't really feel that much different. You know, if you make that mistake and you get drop kicked or something like that,
Of course, you can still throw out the fan as well.
Yep.
After the kick.
still throw out the fan and then just take your turn. You know, but if I were to just add like a little bit of input, the one thing I would like to see Dolly do more is throw.
Yes, throwing is
just
very
throw,
strong in
because
this game.
then it's with the amount of strings that she's using are working really well for her, and definitely trading on that up hammer, because that is a super gimmick that people need to blow up Shao Kahn players for if they ever do that.
Yeah, we aren't seeing that down two, unfortunately, off Dolly right now. But Dolly can get things going in her favor. It's going to absolutely work. Oh, fully commits to the string. Oh.
Yep. It was a counter hit right there, so he just took the maximum damage he could get, which I agree with. Oh, the clean jump in, but
doesn't
no
get the
combo.
punish. Goes for the cat. That was a sick cancel. I'm not gonna lie, that was a sick cancel.
That was a right up into your face cancel, and Equinox is also just sticking with Shao Kahn as well. It didn't even go to the Cetrion. But playing absolutely aggressive right here, has Dolly in the corner.
Yeah, he just unfortunately just keeping her in the corner and just doing Shao Kahn things.
What is the guess? That delayed wake up, max delay. And the down two, clean anti-air. Equinox looking absolutely in control that round, but Dolly has to make her way out of the corner if she wants to get something started here.
Gets outpoked. So it's up. Annihilation, splats down. What's it gonna be? No.
Using that forward two to check. Oh! That was smart. That was a good
I've
option.
never seen that before. I'm learning things. So the
Always a
button
way to
down
blow
four
up the gap. It's always important to blow up that gap.
Yep, down to it. Dolly can down to it. then
Always
it's
go
definitely
for
in
the
her favor.
uppercut.
Fortunately, this seems like a bit of a bullying round from Equinox. Oh,
Yeah,
Hail
for
Mary
sure.
fatal blow. Fair enough.
That
Fair
was
enough.
just a corner game.
I told you.
Right there.
I told you.
I'm not even a fan of this teabag. If you win like double flawless or something, go for it. But like, bruh, I can understand when Sonic Fox does it. When they do it, it's like that's just the well, maybe Equinox is just like that. You know, like likes the BM. I can't really fault that. I like BMing my friends, to be honest. But
You could have been doing really well, but you lost the first round. I feel like the joke's more so in you. But enough of my BMing of Equinox for now. But we still have one more round to go.
I really want to see the up hammer get punished.
Yeah. No,
It's because I know that does not work, and to anyone watching out there that suffers against Shao Kahn throwing that up hammer, by that we mean like literally where he tosses the hammer up in the air, and then after a second it comes down and just splats. Right? When he throws it up in the air, he cannot do anything until it's already hit the ground. So every single time, just throw out the uppercut, just the down two, the down triangle, right, by default. Because it's 14% flat, which is a better trade for you, where you would take about 5% on the hammer on the way down, whereas if you down to them, they take 14%.
Yeah.
So you're easily just winning that trade every single time. It does not work. And the mid that Shao Kahn has, exceptional mid in terms of footsie-based gameplay and pressure, creates a very strong pressure game with Shao if you use it in the correct way as well. However, the second hit is flawless blockable and full punishable as well.
Yes.
With the full string also being full combo punishable. So it's really just every character in this game has their strengths and their weaknesses. Most people won't agree with me on that, but upgraded Jackie is not as good as people think. Yeah, I said it.
You're a crazy
I'm
person.
crazy. I'm very crazy.
But,
Yeah, you just gotta keep playing.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And you have to keep in mind like the adaptations and the things that will change from match to match and how, such matches will be approached. Like, I feel like if Dolly is able to do, like, in any fighting game or anything, you don't really want to go for a trade. At most, you want to get your damage and not take the damage. But in a situation where you are forced into it, it's definitely worth just out-damaging the opponent with as much as you can, just to get things over and done with, put yourself out of the situation, create some space, and just start doing katana things. Because, of course, one thing we saw of Dolly that was rather consistent was she wanted to build up one of Katana's crushing blows. That being, if you throw up, I think it's either 2 or 3 of Melina's size, and they do land, you do get that big grab crushing blow that you can combo into.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely something worth keeping in mind here, but, if you can't land those size...
I think that it's not, honestly, like, the way that Katana is played throughout quite a vast majority of the life of the Mortal Kombat franchise is really just fan tosses,
Yeah.
A lot of it is fan tosses, so don't be afraid to just keep throwing fans if you don't want to deal with your opponent up close. Because it really is just a way to keep chipping away at their health bar and make it harder for them, where then they're in a situation where they can't afford to make that trade, because if you start punishing them for it, you're obviously going to be in the health lead. And establishing that early on is a very important thing, I think, because comebacks can happen.
Yeah.
But it's hard to make them happen. The level of composure for the person on the defensive when someone's back is against the wall, they generally can be quite unpredictable, quite squirmy. However, they can also, set themselves up to be punished as well, just the same. And I'm just interested to see, because we saw, we've seen Highborn Katana twice now from Stratford Spartans.
Yes.
Made in England also played Highborn against the Mata. Now, I'm just intrigued, because I would like to see some things that I've suffered personally from Katana. A lot of, pokes into the rotating fans and everything like that as well. And really just enforcing the Katana gameplay, using back one staggers, or using, other normals, and just incorporating throws, checking people with pokes, throwing fans, throwing size. Just really annoy the other person as much as you can, because I do feel like Highborn Katana is quite a strong variation. Wouldn't really surprise me if we saw it at Final Combat as well in March.
Absolutely.
It really wouldn't surprise me.
Because Dragon does play, he does have a katana.
Yeah. Dragon's an exceptional player. Honestly, we could tangent on about that forever, but really that's not what this is about. This is about the Arena Clash, and over here we would like to see, just...
If there's more incorporations of that, because the frame data on it does fluctuate.
Yeah.
If you enforce that, your opponent has to guess, so they can't take their turn back right away, because the active frames in it, you may get hit with it, you don't know when, you can do it, and then you can whack out a down 3, and then you can rehearse your previous string into Rising Fans. It's a bullying move. If you can keep circulating those fans, keep them around you, I wouldn't say you're in, like, the safest place in the world, but your opponent has to think, and when your opponent has to think and somewhat second-guess their choices and their options and not, attack right away, they have to think, properly, then they're second-guessing themselves. And when you have to second-guess yourselves, mistakes are made.
Yeah. Now, we're just sorting. We are just going to be back into the games very shortly as well. We do apologize about the minor delay. We just had a bit of player issues, but we're going to be back in very soon.
Yeah,
so,
I'm looking forward to
with,
it.
with the Arena Clash and everything as well, I think that now would probably be a good time to, or rather, after this match, would be a great time to just talk a little bit more about what the future of Arena Clash holds as well. Nice flawless block up 2 from Equinox right there.
Yeah, definitely some matchup experience being shown by Equinox, probably a fair bit of familiarity in it due to the flawless blocks. But again, Dolly just choosing to hold these buttons right now, and
I
it's
think this
not
may
working.
be made in England. Unfortunately, we are not able to see that.
Ooh, okay. My bad. Oh, interactable.
Oh no, so we are. This is Dolly right here.
Good stuff being shown. No, one thing I really must praise Dolly is using all of these actual interactables in such a way that I haven't seen people use them.
Yeah, that throw attack was really nice as well.
See Rising Fan? Nope, fully commits to the string. Gets poked with down 4. Oh, pokes. Vision being shown. Nice throw. What is Equinox going for at the moment? I feel like he's...
This is winnable, but it's going to be very difficult. You know, you have to have... Trade. Yeah, that trade was just not going to work. It was pretty difficult to just feel comfortable enough to autopilot and keep throwing projectiles when Shao Kahn also has one he can trade with you.
Because I know Equinox does like that 1+3 KEB, so we may in fact see him build up to that. Oh, gets hit with down 3.
Nice
beautiful tech. Just down Hail
2.
Mary down 2. Oh, counters the forward 2. Big up 3, goes for the sweep. Big jump 3 boot. Fortunately, Dolly can't get anything going right now.
Oh, the fatal blow whiffs. Yep. Tried to jump after
doesn't
it.
go with the shoulder charge, however.
Was it a wake up standing 3?
I mean, hey man, wake up button's so strong this game, dude. Oh, Equinox is looking for it. Was that brutality he's fishing for? It is.
The con croquet.
It's official. You suck.
Wow.
Shao Kahn.
Wins.
Man, where was this Shao Kahn in the story mode?
Busy breaking Kotal Khan's back before he was savagely replaced and then his stunt double lost to Katana. No, I'm just... Shao Kahn is just such a tyrant of a character. He is such a badass boss character, and I am so glad they added him into this game.
I mean,
now, I may be a weakling and can't play Shao Kahn because I don't have the strong enough mental for it, but that is going to be 2 points up now for the Manchester Swarm, and the next match is going to be Mystic and Alfsky. Now, if Alfsky thinks that he suffered against Force of Nature Cetrion last time, it's going to be a little trickier with spring cleaning, because the way that Mystic plays as well is just a very solid defensive game style. You know, it's really just, I want you to think that you have the range to be moving in at me. I want you to think that you have these options, and I'm just going to start stuffing you for them.
I'll put it like this. I feel like... Alfsky, you ever played Injustice 2, like, day 1 Deadshot kind of thing? Expression says it all, but basically, very oppressive character, tons of projectiles to deal with. If you cannot work past those projectiles, it is utter hell, honestly.
Now, it's like, so there's obviously going to be the boulder tosses and everything like that as well. If Mystic was watching the match before, it's really a matter of if Alfsky can flawless block these boulders, then Alfsky has a really clear chance at being able to close that gap. However, if he's not able to flawless block these boulders, it is just going to be boulder into geyser into boulder into geyser, and when you try to jump in, active barrier the wall, and it's just going to be very tricky for you to actually find a way to, you know, incorporate your favored game plan. But that was a great hit confirm and Mystic right there.
Oh, there it is!
Nice hit confirm.
Nice,
or rather,
take grab.
Punish.
Not take grab, goes for the normal grab.
Yeah, just ending the combo.
Again, we're seeing it. This
into the unblockable.
First time tonight.
Let's go.
Big forward 4, big boots. Forward 2-4 goes for the grab. Good stuff. Interesting. Mystic's actually on the back foot here right now. We're gonna see some take grabs being incorporated here. Nice. This isn't Mercy. This is Cetrion doing Cetrion things. Big wall. Forward 2 goes for down 3 check.
Yep.
Nice.
Using a lot of pokes and staggers and getting the take throw.
Beautiful.
See, now Alfsky's at the range he wants to be at. This isn't as hard for him now. But throwing the pizza over there, not close. Okay, I take back everything I just said. That was godlike. How did you know that the geyser was going to whiff?
Beautiful stuff from Alfsky right there, doing great stuff at the moment. I am thoroughly impressed. This is a tidy cool con.
Oh, punish.
2-4 again, doesn't get anything off it though.
Firm. Nice tech. Alfsky's here with a vengeance. Look at this.
Beautiful. What happened is that he was so upset from the first round, he's now playing up for like the next 20 rounds in the future.
Yeah, Alfsky right now.
Playing like a man possessed. Playing really, really well. Oh!
You are not allowed to down forward 1. Smoke is here to say hello.
But unfortunately, Alfsky getting forced into the corner, but Mystic doing what Cetrion loves. Oh!
Yeah, because he was already airborne, you weren't going to be able to get the combo follow-up on that unless you got the down 1 into tick throw. Sorry, not tick throw, into the command grab.
Oh, there's the geyser.
There it is, indeed.
Stuff at the moment. Goes for a toss. Oh,
Forces the breakaway. Oh,
yeah,
committed.
no.
He committed
That
to
is
the command
unfortunate.
grab.
That is unfortunate.
But now, Mystic doesn't have defensive bar. Alski has all the meter at his hand.
Yep, 4-2-4. No.
Oh, no
keep
KB
things
though.
Simple. Keep
Yep.
things simple.
Doesn't
that
opt
damage
to
buff.
cash out.
No. Goes for it. Nice blocks. Goes for
Oh!
the unblockable.
He made the throw reversal whiff.
Big boot. I want to see a raw command grab. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, just
Do it! Invoke the fear of God, which is quite funny against Etrion. Right, definitely Mystic showing some signs of life. Oh, the trade!
My goodness. Now that forward 2 is an exceptional far-reaching mid-normal with Kotal Khan. No surprise there that I traded.
Oh, good
a whiff
stuff
punish.
from Mystic. Again, goes to show the experience he does have
Nice
a
blocks.
player. There it is.
Now any hit into Fatal Blow could potentially kill over here.
Channel your inner Mr. Aquaman. Do it.
Yep. Oh, that throw's
Oh, I
gonna
think
take it.
that's
Yep, that's it.
Oh!
God, I love that brutality so much.
Cetrion.
Wow.
It's just so straightforward. It's so to the point. It reminds me of Tremor from Mortal Kombat X, you know?
Oh God, I'm.
Because good lord, did Tremor have some of the coolest brutalities in that game. If
Oh,
not
yeah.
the coolest. But, you know, the Alski was looking super good. Really, really, like,
That was the best we've seen
solid.
him play tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Without doubt.
for sure, for sure. I definitely feel like now that Alski was able to keep Mystic at a certain range or able to close the gap on him, it was just, I mean, I think we can now safely say it was obviously variation on familiarity with Force of Nature before. Because the way that he's playing in Spring Cleaning seems...
Night and day.
Yeah.
Night and
Yeah,
day.
for sure, for sure. And not the... I mean, yeah, it's really just... He seems like he's more comfortable dealing with Cetrion in this variation. May not be favorable, but more comfortable dealing with Spring Cleaning because it is the more commonly used variation.
Now, this is the interesting part, and again, I do go back to my previous statement earlier, because this is such an important aspect about them being the underdogs, being like players who individuals might not be familiar with. They could have a variety of characters they have in their pocket, but you know, we may see that happen later on during these sets, but it seems like we're gonna stick with our characters for the time being. It's not like Alski should change character. Played very solid.
Honestly,
very
just play what
solid.
you're comfortable with, right? But I think this late into the set right now, it's probably not safe to assume that they have other characters that they would be comfortable playing in these kinds of matchups to win them. It's really just a matter of if they want to win, you got to just keep at it, try as hard as you can, and if you don't, it's really just a lot of things you can take forward with you.
Yeah, but in saying that, Alski starting this round the way he wishes, forward 2-4. It's that big uppercut. Oh, he's looking for the raw command grab.
Yeah, that was risky. Trying to go for the meaty command grab over there is just maybe a bit too risky of an option.
I mean, that is big brain reads, but it is unfortunately very, very dangerous. Stuff right there. Oh, active frames off that wall, so dangerous. Oh, doesn't go for the KB, but damage all the same.
Got the breakaway though. Now would be a great time if he hits that counter or punish on the forward one to go for the full crushing blow on the string.
Oh, nice. Good stuff off mixed stick. Oh, but doesn't finish the combo.
He whiffed the jump 3.
Oh, that
He
is
did it a bit too late.
unfortunate.
Nice
Oh,
throw
good
punish.
reads.
Disgraceful.
Nice. Alski's seemingly a little bit.
Oh, that 1-1.
Yeah.
Alski tried to get the forward 1-1. If he hit that, that was a KB into a combo into a fatal blow. It's probably death.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Like, Alski seems to have frozen up this round a little bit earlier, despite the very strong start-off point. It seems like once Mystic's able to kind of get his game plan going, Alski just put it in a comfortable position. Oh my god, that connected to the air!
Gotta love it.
That was... I got no words. Oh, goes for a side switch.
I do. Damn.
Oh,
with
he was
command
looking
grab.
for it. Good stuff off Mystic.
It's only a 12% punish though, not the biggest. Didn't have the bar to follow up.
Nice. Oh, goes for a trade. Down one take
Yep.
grab, of course.
Not spending the bar, I like the decision. Just keep him in the corner though, up to whiffing, but no punish. Oh,
Nice,
hit
that
confirmed.
one-
Doesn't
that
go
one.
for the crushing blow again, but gets the 3-4 straight into that command
Could be a
grab.
sign of command grab, but must keep in mind
Spend the
Mystic
ball.
does have access to fatal blow.
Oh,
Goes for normal grab.
yes.
No, it's not death, is it?
I like that
No,
idea.
Magic Pixel. Sun. Praise the sun. Alski fighting back. Definitely showing that he has signs of life at the moment.
Alski's out here playing Dark Souls right now. Cetrion's the boss.
Oh man. Good stuff. Now this is the hard part that Alski has to
Patience,
deal
though.
with.
Patience is something we're definitely seeing a lot more from Alski, which is incredible because this is the adaptations that we wanted to see as well.
Yeah, but Mystic at the moment showing his experience as a fighting game player, making it difficult for Alski to get anything.
Oh, down one.
Oh, a bit of a late down two there. Oh my goodness. Down three. Oh no, that's the problem with tech throws. You need that guaranteed block, my friend. Ooh, 25%. Oh,
He's got hit by the second part?
Could this be the sign of a comeback?
Why did he get hit by the second part?
The praise of the sun from the previous round, of course.
Oh, yes,
Totem.
of course.
But the thing is, this is also... Oh, puts him in the corner. This is exactly where Alski needs him to be.
That was a
And
great block
he's
on that
exactly
crossover
not right
kick.
now. That's going to be unless he initiates breakaway.
Breakaway. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, the shit.
Yeah, that multi-hits. That was going to be a safe string anyway. That 2-on-2 is only like -5.
Really good stuff from both players, honestly.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really good
Honestly,
stuff.
I'm really excited to see more of all three of these players going forwards as well, because we're seeing them improve so much over the course of one evening. What can a few weeks do, you know?
Yeah,
What
I
can
mean,
1 week do?
Playing
When
against higher caliber of players is the best way of getting better. The
Yeah.
best way of getting better.
Yeah, and definitely watching yourself back, you know, looking at what you can change. And definitely, like, I would say there are plenty of good resources all over things like social media and YouTube these days as well, just to help you develop more of an idea of what you can do. But honestly, I'm really impressed with how these guys are playing so far.
It's good stuff. It is really, really good stuff. I'm thoroughly impressed by some of the things we've seen from the Stratford Spartans today.
Yeah, we're going to get that run back as well from game number 1 of the evening.
Oh yeah, it's
Tamada
not
and
over
Dolly.
just yet. Not over just yet. But in also saying that, we got to keep in mind and be slightly realistic right now that the Swarm have been doing exceptionally well, and the Spartans have gotten points on the board, but not as many as the Swarm has. So it will build up slowly but surely over time as we are onto our second set.
Technically, they don't have a point on the board because they won the one game, but they didn't win the set.
I'm being positive.
You are being positive.
Why are you
However,
doing
I
this?
am being realistic because while it is very good, it's the way that the Arena Clash works. You do have to win the set to get that point, and you got to keep winning these sets so that your team can accrue enough points to move on. You know, to basically
Progress.
just to beat the other team. Now, because of the format change due to the lower frequency in teams, is like we now have a situation where it doesn't really matter as much if you lose that first time, because you can come back a lot stronger. You can come back and get your runbacks, your revenge. And I think that's a good motivator for a lot of people as well. But I'm not saying that Stratford Spartans are entirely out of this right now, but it is just that if they don't meet their mark or would like to do as well as they would have done, it's not the end of the world. Yeah,
the shot! Ooh, we've seen that twice now!
that was so sick.
Are you still processing it? I'm saying that, it's really nice 12% right there. One thing I've noticed from Dolly, she seems very confident in her play, but once the opponent is able to get things going, she kind of closes up a little bit, stays a little bit too long on defense instead of taking back her turn.
Yeah, perhaps it's disrespect being shown for a character you might not be the most comfortable fighting as well. That Tamada just kind of, walk forwards to get that throw. That round was over very quickly.
I've never seen that taunt before.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, the trade! Unfortunately, that side doesn't come down or land on Famata.
The
Commits the
overhead. I think he may have been trying to flawless block.
Ooh, goes for the sweep. Oh, unfortunately, goes for the up 2, gets nothing off it. Something that Dolly has been rather successful with over the course of the evening, funny enough.
Tamada's level of pressure is honestly insane as well. The space control has been really, really good.
No free sides. Again, the interactables, like, I never do this. It's great. Forward 2. Stuff was jumping 1. Oh, no punish.
Oh, that was so close to being
overhead.
punish.
Oh, what? What? I've
Alright.
never seen that before.
I always knew the Frost up 3 was going really far in front of her, but that was crazy.
It literally, like, just...
Shades of the fatal blow from the last season hitting behind Frost.
Famata.
Famata has his ways. He's
Famata-
like, I know ranges, I know everything. To do with Frost anyway.
I'm so hardcore metal, I affect my character in game. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Power of metal.
He's just too metal, isn't he? It seems like a very tricky matchup to be playing, though, because of how Frost plays. You know, the range that Frost plays at, the range of her certain buttons as well, and everything like that. It can be very awkward to deal with. That back two reaches really far in. You know, you have the air bombs as well. You have the basically just everything, and then when you're up close as well, it's really just Tamada's going to be shimmying you. He's going to be moving backwards and forwards, making you think that you can do stuff, and then punishing you accordingly with the relevant buttons as well. Really good understanding of the range that Frost has at her disposal, and it's tricky. Like I can't like really just stress that enough. It's pretty tricky to play against that kind of gameplay because Frost is a character that excels in the footsie department.
Of course, it's because her buttons, again, it's just far-reaching, oppressive, kind of bullies the opponent in a certain way. That is something we do need to see much, much more of in this matchup.
Yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
can bully Famata into having to hold that block button. Oh, we are seeing short-ups for days. Unfortunately, Dolly getting a little bit too happy with those wake-ups right now, and definitely getting caught for it.
KB right there, doesn't have the
KB.
breakaway.
Oh,
drop
unfortunately,
combo.
Famata drops the combo. Nice air-to-air. Oh,
Wake up
beautiful flawless block. And there it is. Marta gets the input for it this time, meaning that Dolly, be careful to throw it out every single time because that flawless block option always does live when there's one offense and one defense meter. Stuff goes for, of course, that is the Frost special, spin on block into down one, onto spin again.
You just gotta throw him.
Yeah.
Resistance is pointless.
You think you want to poke? No.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, just fans in your face, my friend.
Absolutely rejecting that forward two.
Oh, that was...
He just jabbed the square away. He just jabbed the square away.
That is how you know Famata's confidence in his anti-airs. Standing one, someone out of their special.
The model's
in
a
the
god.
air.
It's free. It's confirmed. That was a great tech as well from
Dive
Dolly.
bomb. Nice, goes for the spin. The exit, what's it gonna be? Plus frames. Fortunately, I don't believe Dolly is well aware of those plus frames right now and is getting caught for it. Drops the combo.
Nice throw, reversing
Corner
Tamada
switch.
into that corner position.
Oh, getting a little bit
Punish.
too happy with that fatal blow.
Nice
Oh, beautiful tech!
Oh!
Nice. Oh, goes for the short hop. Definitely a lot of good ideas being shown from Dolly at the moment, but an uphill battle that will be going on from this point onwards. Fan tosses. Just one. Yep. Okay,
Tamada
this is
not
interesting.
overextending over here. Dolly just slowly chipping away, but now Tamada has the fatal blow.
Side bombs.
Yeah, it was just a moment too late for Dolly right there, but we've been seeing some significant improvements over the course of this evening as well. And I definitely do feel like Dolly had the right ideas in a lot of situations, just maybe didn't know too much about the character. You know, there's a lot of times where Tamada has been using 2-2 for, in the reason that if you block it, you have 5 frames of advantage, right? You're plus 5.
Yes.
Now, he's going to use that into the back one, which is an 11-frame mid, great check, and easily hit confirmable into a full combo as well. So really, it is just, I'm going to make you hold the plus frames, I'm going to keep doing back 1-2, or I'm just going to keep using plus frames. If you don't know they are, and you're going to try and press buttons against me, you're going to get blown up.
Yeah, this is the important thing about fighting games, and I feel like the different layers that come to it, it's at a basic level, it's about taking your turn.
Yeah, now the next one is the real run back right here. Are we going to see a return, a Clash of the Titans, another Battle of the Khans, or are we going to see Force of Nature Cetrion against whoever it is that Alfsky decides to pick? And if I'm being totally honest, out of the characters that we have seen so far, I think it's best for Alfsky to play Kotal Khan. Definitely looks the most comfortable on that character. The Cabal, the only reason I wouldn't suggest is because the raw Nomad dashes are just too unsafe. Now, while Force of Nature can punish you too hard, it's still damage you're just putting on the table for them to take.
It's risk versus reward.
Yeah.
We need to keep that in mind. It's very,
However,
very important
jump
aspect.
kicks and then dialing in the Nomad dash input is definitely something that would help a lot.
Yes,
because
I remember that. It's new tech.
Yeah, just honestly, it would just help so much because then if you hit the jump kick, it's going to go straight into the Nomad dash. You get the combo, but I'm pretty sure we are going to see a run back of the Clash of the Khans right here. It is going to be Shao versus Kotal, and It is going to be Alfsky versus Equinox. This is potentially the last game for the Stratford Spartans of this evening if Equinox manages to close this out. But if he wants to do that, he has to avoid getting tick thrown as much as he did the last time. And Alfsky, if he wants to keep the Stratford Spartans in tonight, has to definitely pull out a bag of tricks.
On saying that, spacing. Oh, this is a good position. Put your opponent in the corner, keep them there, bully them, tick throw them. Some spacing being shown. This could
not
well
gonna work.
Unblockable.
The gimmicks don't work on Equinox. Giver of gimmicks, not the taker of them.
Oh, down 2.
What a bait, though,
big up
right? What a
3.
bait. Just use the 1-2. Don't even
Plus
throw out
frames.
the command grab. Don't throw out anything else.
Oh, nice flawless block there, but unfortunately gets nothing off it. 2-4 goes into the
Oh,
unblockable.
he did it again.
Oh, didn't enhance it. Oh, another down 2. This is the slugfest I was expecting.
They're such big characters. They're so big.
Oh, down 1 into tick throw. Beautiful stuff.
This truly feels like a godlike battle.
Unblockable, there it is.
4-2 into the unblockable. Now
There
we're
it is.
Gimmick City. This is what I actually love seeing this. I hate being on the receiving end of it, but I love seeing it because the unblockable just looks so damn cool.
It is so flashy. Hate to see it, to love it, to feel it.
Hate to love it to see it, to hate it to love it to see it, to hate it.
I'm having this argument with you.
Hi, my name is Patrick.
Dark Priest.
Alright. There we go. Hit confirmed straight into the command grab right there. The Dark Priest buff is not going to do zilch for this guy right here. Equinox losing that buff and he's praising the sun. Yeah, that's right. Tell Miyazaki you love it. Get thrown back in the corner.
Nice. 4-2 for a lot of respect being shown at the moment. Not as many tick throws as one would expect.
Punish it. Yes! Yes! We saw it tonight. That's what we needed to see.
Yeah, there we go.
Uppercut it and
down
tick
1
throw.
tick throw. Is this dead? I think it's 18%, right?
Yeah, that's dead.
No, praise the sun! Praise it! Yeah! That was really good stuff from Alski
Solaris
right
sends
there.
his regards.
But excellent stirring from Alski right there. Goes to show that he's a very much so competent player. I feel like it's just matchup knowledge and familiarity where his cracks do show. But here, things to be going well. And the question is, does Equinox choose to commit?
That round was a body bag. And I think Mr. Aquaman would have been proud for the way that ended as well. You know, maybe even if Cecil Snow is watching as well, the dedicated Kotal Khan player as well.
Of course.
But I do think that Alfsky played out of his mind, really. Like
Alfsky's
that.
mind?
Alfsky's, yeah. God,
I got you to
why
say
do
it.
You are the Nappa to my Vegeta. From Team 4 Stars Abridged.
Vegeta.
Alfsky played amazingly. Like, really, really, it just seemed so much more confident playing in that. And if I'm right in assuming this, I think Equinox is probably switching to Force of Nature Cetrion after that.
I mean,
right?
it worked last time. Question
Yeah.
is, how familiar is Alski with the matchup? Because, of course, we did see him lose to it earlier. How much adaptation has been made? Has he looked into it since then? We have to wait and see. Saying that, let's get right onto it.
There it is. Oh! Eats that forward 1-2 straight away.
There we go. Dunk him.
Oh! Use the Oki.
Big boot. 4-2. Oh, you can see a blockable. Good button.
Yeah, I like how you called it anyway. Equinox being wise to it and checking with the down one just to deny that opportunity.
Yeah, of course. At this point in time, you've got to be wise about it. Uh-oh. We saw what happened last time.
Or rather, it could have been a better punish. Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
The matchup
Adaptations!
knowledge. Q's commit to the string. Goes for the tick grab.
Raw command grab. Right there on Wake Up. You wanted to see that. Alski's the adaptations are honestly just through the roof right now.
As meme gamer trash that will throw people like a crazy person, I approve. No flawless block, unfortunately.
Slide out of +6.
Oh, 16, my friend.
That doesn't quite get the crushing blow because it did trade with the first hit of the ground pound.
Need to be aware as well. Fatal blow in
for
play.
both of them.
Oh,
Tick throw.
brave.
That was so risky because there could have been a reversal fatal blow just being mashed.
Oh,
He got hit by it. There was too much recovery.
Yeah, it was coming out of it. It was coming out of it.
Recovery. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Or it could be spun as very fortunate for Alski because now
to worry about it.
there's no armored full screen reversal option for Cetrion. That's unbreakable. You don't have to worry about that unbreakable 30% now affecting you going forward, and that was only the first round. So that could potentially be a really huge thing. If Alski plays it anything like he did in that round and closes it down that much, this is huge for him.
Yeah.
But it's going to be patiently making your way in.
Of Of course, but the thing is, now Equinox has realized that is mixing up ground pound with the rising exploding boulder at the moment. Oh, doesn't get a KB trade.
There we go. That's the patience we want to see. Blocking it, taking a lot of chip damage, but
There we go, capitalizing that damage.
nice, getting the breakaway. I would like to see more of the 4-3-4 being used by Alfsky as well. I think it's a very good advancing string.
Oh, I was
What a
expecting the
read!
command throw right
What
there.
a read right there.
Get put in the corner. What's it going to be?
Oh,
No, as a
bit too
brave
early.
read. Oh, this is what Alfsky needs right now. Burn that meter, put him in the corner.
And this Cetrion cannot teleport her way out. No
Cannot
fatal
break
blow.
away. We're going to see it raw. Oh, it was coming.
That was a normal throw.
Alfsky, be my spirit animal. Be meme gamer trash and raw grab. Well done. You're very close.
Oh, nice hit confirm. This is
Okay.
very dangerous.
Oh!
Apologies to every
excellent.
headphone user out there in the world. You've just been decimated
Yeah.
by the voice of history behind the warrior.
That made me very, very... Koto's
That was
such a
sick.
hype character to watch, and Alfsky's playing him in a way that makes me extremely happy.
Mate,
Just-
seeing someone who got basically rolled by this character in the previous set make these adaptations and start to really fight back, really fight back is just wonderful.
Yeah, needs to be careful though. Can't press those
Oh,
buttons.
what a read from Equinox though.
Good stuff.
Great use of the straight boulder in the air just for that clean 320
Yeah, he
damage.
knows he's looking for that fatal blow though. It's on the table.
Nice, not overcommitting to the offense.
What's going to
Keeping
be?
it safe.
Definitely a lot of respect being shown at the moment.
Empty jumps.
Oh, fully commits to the string this time.
This is looking rough for Alfsky right here.
Oh, it's not over. It's not over just yet. 4-2, what's going
It's
to be?
not over till it's
Patient.
over.
There we go, tech throw.
2 defensive bars on the side of Equinox though.
Big move.
Oh, and there's the down
very
4.
patient play being shown, but good stuff from Alfsky right there. Should be very proud of how he performed.
Oh yeah, for sure. If anything, that match should have made you a heck of a lot more confident going into the next one, because now it's tied up at 1-1. But to be honest, I think that there's a clear mental advantage right now, where Alfsky seems like an incredibly confident player compared to how he was playing before. Not to say that he wasn't confident before, but the
His
way
adaptations have been made. We see stuff that
adaptations
we
being made.
mentioned in the first round. The only one change that he needs to do that I think will benefit him tremendously, flawless block the boulders.
flawless block the boulders. If you block it normally, ground pound, or boulder summon, or another diagonal boulder, or something really irritating you just don't want to deal with. And you're pushed back,
Of course.
which is the most irritating thing about that boulder toss, is the fact that you are knocked back a bit on block, and if it hits you, you get knocked back even more. So if you flawless block it, if you feel confident enough for it, flawless block it. And I understand not running the risk of trying to jump it all the time. However, if you were to take the straight boulder in, say for example, hypothetically speaking, right, if you take the straight boulder right in the beginning, then what do you have to fear?
Yeah. It
Right?
eliminates
you
the
could
threat.
you could just keep jumping it then after that, because they no longer have that crushing blow. But now Dolly and Alfsky have both taken that one win as well for the Stratford Spartans in these games. Can Alfsky be the one to close out the set though for the Stratford Spartans?
Well, I definitely think it's possible because I believe we may in fact have a character switch. You know, maybe
You
a
think so?
certain angry man that refuses to die.
A certain angry man that refuses to die.
Yeah.
Guts? Doom guy?
Alright, I know that doesn't really shorten down the list.
Fight.
Looks like we're going to get some Hanzo Hisashi up in there. Question is, how familiar is Equinox in this matchup? Of course, this is the poster boy character.
This is a straight counter pick though, let's be real.
It is, but this is Searing Rage Scorpion. Doesn't have teleport cancels, but has crazy raw damage when it hits can
He does
land.
not need teleport cancels because everything is reactable with teleport, right?
Sure.
All the full screen options are reactable. But because Equinox knows that, he's not using these options. Oh, that raw spear. Probably expecting a backdash.
More footsies
Nice.
and shimmies need to be shown in order to do. Now, one of the important aspects about Scorpion that I really thought was important and incorporating is forward free staggers. You know, that button is pretty damn good. It's an extra mind game. Unfortunately, it doesn't cash out and get the KB, actually.
Nice tech again. That's 2 for 2 right now from Equinox. And now I really like the decision of not using these full screen options because you know that the teleport is going to clip you if you do. Nice
But getting
down
a little
two.
bit too handsy jumping around. It's definitely a very, very... I'd say Equinox is playing this smart.
Pansies just sounds like the polar opposite to Footsies. Oh, the
It's a
jump
true
kick not
fun war, my
confirmed.
friend. Oh, it's forward 3 staggers. There we go. We're seeing it. We're seeing it.
Jump kick teleport is also another one of the safe options Selects you could do, right?
Exactly.
It won't come out on block or a flawless block, but it will come out and hit. So jump kick teleport is something you can just dial in.
And I mean, jump kicks in this game of Odie aren't as strong as they used to be. They still damage all the same, and it's still pretty healthy damage at that. Oh, goes for the overhead.
Battery again, third time.
Oh,
Nice whip punish. No
doesn't get the
confirm.
teleport combo, unfortunately. Now, one thing we are in fact not seeing is the kunai buff, which adds a nice amount and chunk of damage to that when it does land. This is definitely a straight up a counter pick, but the question is like, how much knowledge has actually been put into this character? 'Cause much as I respect, like, you know, counterplay, if you're not familiar with the character, it can be kind of dangerous.
He's 3 for 3 on those throw attacks as well after that 4-3 stagger. Great stuff from Equinox.
Oh, dangerous stuff.
KB! Fatal blow? No, it didn't go for
You
punish!
fool!
Oh no!
You fool!
Gets wake up 4-3 forward straight back into the corner. Equinox gonna have to shake that one off. Could have been a free game for him right there, but just missed it.
That is not safe. That is unsafe. Fully commit to the strength. There you go. Oh! Big down 2.
And there it is, the unsafe string being used to completion just to throw him off a little bit. Now that's another thing, right? Is the fact that when you jump the second hit of that ground pound, you can punish it with teleport straight away when you're in the air.
Escape failed as well, so we saw a big jump freeze at the moment.
Yeah, however, Scorpion only gets the KB on his forward throw. Nice!
Nice mix up with the overhead. Oh, keeps being simple. Okay, okay, we're seeing stuff we didn't see before.
2-1-2, he still has that crushing blow KB on.
No! Talking about it!
Fatal blow? Nope.
What is happening here? Equinox, capitalize with your fatal blow. Cash out on that kill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Trigger first.
That is not a punish.
Oh, he's keeping it smart. Goes for the back throw instead of going for the KB.
I don't know if this will kill.
No, he's got fatal blow. But this,
oh, and that is it. I've never seen that brutal before. That was sick.
Toasted.
Cetrion wins.
Good that.
And that is that. We have it right there that Manchester Swarm have now, persevered and taken it over the Stratford Spartans for the first week of the Arena Clash. And honestly, I want to give a huge shout out to Stratford. We had no idea who these players were before they came into this. They were all new faces to us, and we have been thoroughly impressed with all of them. So shout outs to Dolly, to Made in England, and to Alfsky as well, of course, for adapting. Really, if this is your first competitive experience, honestly, just keep at it. Those were really good signs of development, of growth within these games, and that is the kind of stuff that you need to be applying in fighting games and in Mortal Kombat, where you are adapting to the things that your opponents are doing, using different options, figuring things out. Don't be afraid to test things in games as well. If you feel like it will work, take that chance. But
worst case scenario, you get it wrong once, then you don't make the same decision ever again.
Yeah. And I just want to also give props to Manchester Swarm for taking it very convincingly for this weekend. For this evening. And we're not even on the weekend, it's Monday. But Manchester Swarm, obviously, with the addition of Mystic, have looked really, really great. But I'm excited to see what happens in the next week. We hope that you will join us there. I have been Falcon. Thank you for joining us.
I'm History Behind Warrior. And of course, before we wrap things up here, we want to thank everyone in production for making this possible. Also having it be Season 3. And just before things wrap things up, Season 3, your soul is gone! Let's do this! Run the credits!